Okay, hello out there and welcome. Welcome back. And we are here, Jamie and Claire, to share insights into the new moon that was on Wednesday, August 16th, in the sign of Leo. And we've been recording the full and the new moon sort of downloads and giving sort of themes and direction so that you can interpret through your own lens and your own experience how these phases of the moon may be a place of a place to help, a framework to help you see your own life and the direction or the themes that are coming up for you, and how you can see that you're part of something bigger. You're part of a bigger energetic system that is constantly moving through us and with us, and we're all part of this together. And in a playful way, in the theme of Leo, it's a really wonderful just way to look at life and of guidance. And I really enjoy talking to Claire and seeing her insights. She has, I'd say, a background and just a natural inclination to live through the themes of these cycles, and has done charts at the clinic, and we've had lots of dialogues now about it. So we'll see what comes through, and thank you for joining us. And Claire, I'm curious to hear your interpretation of this new moon.
Hi, thank you, Jamie. Hi, everybody. So, new moon in Leo was on Wednesday, August 16th. And new moon, we're talking about the depth of your internal experience. And Leo, we're talking about, as Jamie indicated, playfulness. It's the zodiac sign that's represented by the lion. And the lion can be playful. The lion can also be powerful and everything in between. So what I like to think of in this space of the new moon in Leo is that your deepest and darkest, but that's not a criticism, the deepest and darkest realities of your emotional being can have game if you want that. So in other words, my experience was that my deepest memories or feelings of the way things are emotionally, in this new moon in Leo, I felt them be contacted with warmth and heat and light, and invited to play, but with purpose, because the intention setting around the new moon, which is what we do in the new moon, is that what would I like to have more presence in my life? What would I like to be stronger in my life? What part of me could use a leg up, like more power, more recognition, more acknowledgement, what part of me deserves that? And what came up for me was this, kind of like what I'm doing right here, right now with Jamie, talking about my intuition with the new moon in a playful and dignified way, like the lion.
Very Leo. And that's why I asked you to do this, because I have a lot of that in my chart.
Say more, because
I have a Leo moon in my birth chart. I have a Leo moon and a Leo rising. And so I resonate with these characteristics that you're sharing, and it means a lot to me in my moon, in my place of depth and what, when I close my eyes, as you've shared, and look within myself, there is something about what brings meaning is playful and deep. And where do I want to shine? Where do I want to shine things out? And I want to shine things out to people around having this framework and perspective to guiding them. And so I reached out to you. So a lot of my Leo to bring this out into the public, to have your voice heard, that naturally kind of is what I think about, or what has meaning to me.
So what I'm hearing Jamie say is that her natal Leo moon and her natal Leo rising sign enjoyed hearing me, Claire, on a regular basis talk about astrology and how I follow it in my daily life to help my health, because I talk about astrology every time I have needles put in me, more or less. I talk about energy, I talk about things that are going on in my body that correspond to astrology over our 15-year relationship as practitioner and patient. Jamie and I have incorporated that language. And what she's saying now is that the part of her that is Leo and always attached to the moon, her Leo moon, enjoyed hearing health, because my moon is in the 6th house, but I don't mean to get a little too astrobabbly here with everyone out there, but that hearing about health and energy the way I talked about it regularly stirred her Leonine emotional body, the moon that she was born with, to say, let's make a pride, let's make a space, let's claim, what is it called, the king of the jungle, or I suppose we should say something like queen of the desert or something here, but she wanted her emotional moon Leo energy, she's saying, is what she invited me to do this chat on the regular in the first place. And so here in our first new moon in Leo, Jamie's hearing me describe exactly that. That's how this game of bingo is played. It's sort of like when you get a certain alignment of energies, it resonates. And so our new moon in Leo conversation right now is what you
and as our dialogue has evolved over the years, I too can extrapolate these themes and be like, oh, and that's what I love about it. It clicks. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, oh, that, in terms of building this self-awareness, which is, again, a passion of mine in my work and in my personal life, is know yourself so you can heal yourself, so you can know how to work with yourself, and you can love yourself. Mm-hmm. And so I know more about the qualities of Leo, and you're describing, and I'm like, oh, I get it. Anyway,
yeah, right.
Yeah.
So, Jamie's whole response, if y'all are listening carefully, is very Leo. That's what is happening. Her playful, that's what we mean by playful. It isn't just, goofing around. It's the way that fire licks out and kind of grows in spontaneous ways. Her spontaneous, acknowledgement of the resonance she's feeling is just that. That's her Leo rising, and then she also has a Leo moon. So that's what I listen for when I talk with people about astrology. And I think I just would like to share also that my feelings about this particular new moon in Leo have been around women, have been around it's so strong for me, the feeling I've been getting about women forming a pride together and being demonstrative about their care for each other or their acceptance of each other or their just plain old, like, I see you vibe. And because I think that women, most women, all women, walk on this earth, being injured and having to pretend to themselves and others that they're not injured, and carrying and sustaining those. This is true for many people, of course. Life is suffering, but I feel that there's a way in which women can acknowledge each other and be just that much kinder or just that much more inquisitive, so they understand and get it right what the other woman that they're in relationship to, even if briefly, can feel the care. I've noticed that quite a bit this week. I've been thinking about it a lot for a long time, but I've been really noticing it this week, and I attribute it to the new moon in Leo specifically, because it's always moon first with me and the new moon. So it's the moon quality that's the hand we're writing with, let's say. And it's coming out through Leo, but what's most important is to know the luminary body that we're talking about as we explore Leo. And that is the moon. And those properties are deeply feminine. And the deeply feminine is what is missing from our above ground, terrestrial, playful, powerful experience as women. And so I find this new moon to be, my intention for this new moon is to take that opportunity and seize that reality that our intuitions are powerful, and playing with them and letting them rule, and acknowledging what intuitions and insights and pain other women experience around me is how I rule, for example. I think we all rule when we decide to, but that is kind of my intention for, it's my idea of justice as a way of clarifying what I mean by rule.
I like the themes. You highlighted a few of your not just deeply passionate, but what you've infused into these talks, and the reason I know you care so much. So thanks for tuning in. We're gonna tune out in a minute. I just want to say, take what resonates and tune back in each. It's kind of about every other week with the full and the new moon. We just sit here and organically see what comes through. And if you find it helpful, keep tuning in and seeing how this evolves for you. And enjoy the still sort of at night, the dark night of the new moon season, and the end of the playful Leo summer. Okay, if you find it in that way. See you later. Ciao.
Bye.